Okay, good morning students. So continuing with our lab class, we finished with program number 1 and 2 in the previous video lecture. Now it's time to move ahead and we will start solving this question number 3. Write a program that returns the maximum value in a 2D array given by the user. If you can recall, we have done the same program in the 1D one-dimensional array also, where we have find the maximum value of the array, and we have also printed the place of the maximum value. So now we are going to find out the maximum value in a 2D array. Let's start with this program. Okay, so I will create this program and let me make it as week 10 program 3. Okay, so in this case, in this program, I have to take an array from the user. So I will rather prefer to take the number of columns and number of rows from the user itself rather than giving it in the program. Because I need to get from user, I will import the file java.util.scanner. Okay, now here I will declare the scanner class. Scanner kb is equals to new scanner system.in. Then I will ask the user to enter the number of rows. System.out.print enter the number of rows. So user will enter the number of rows here. So int rows, I take a integer variable, int rows is equals to kb dot next int. Same thing I will do for the columns also. So enter the number of columns. So I'll declare this variable int columns is equals to kb dot next int. So now I have taken the rows and columns from the user. Now let me declare the array int. Okay, I give it the name arr is equals to new int. And here instead of passing the size, I will just pass rows and columns, cols, that's my variable. Now I want to take the elements from the user. So system.out.print ln okay, enter the elements of the array. So user will input the elements of the array over here. So I will have for loop again. For int I is equals to 0, I is less than array dot length I plus plus. So inner loop, we will start inner loop, j is equals to 0, j is less than array I dot length j plus plus. All right, now we will enter the elements just like before. We will like to print the position also. System.out.print and then I will just print the brackets. So I plus I, so that it depicts the position of the element in the array. Okay, then okay, I just put it like this, and then this is plus I, and then plus J, and then I close the brackets. So this is just for defining the position. Alright, now I will take the array elements ARR, IJ, I am taking it row wise, is equals to KB dot next int. You can try it column wise also. So let's check whether I can take the elements from the user or not. So the first part is done. Let me just check whether, okay, so 2, 2. Okay, so here I write 1, 4, 6, 8. Let me just run it again because I didn't give the input correctly. Okay, let me just try it again. So this is here we have entered the elements of the array. So 2, 2. Okay, so here I write 2, 4, 3 and 5, right? So elements of the array are taken. Now I will display the array. I will print the array now. So I will use the same code, same for loops. So I am here printing the array, same code that we have done before. System.out.println the array is. Now I will again start the for loop. I will just copy from here. Alright, so instead of this, I don't want this statement. I just want only system.out.println, and here I just want to display the elements of the array, which is ARR, I and J, and with space. I'll give some space over here so that the there is a distance between the elements. Okay, let's try. So I have we have created an array. Enter the number of rows, number of columns. Okay, I just input the elements. Okay, so the problem is here. System.out.print, and here I have to write system.out.println. So this was the problem here. That's why they were appearing like one after the another. Let's try 3 and 2. That means 3 rows and 2 columns. So total number of 6 elements I'll be entering. 4, 6, 1, 8, 10. So there are 2 rows. There are 3 rows and 2 columns. So array is displaying now. Now the next part in this question is we have to display the maximum of the array. So I will display both maximum and minimum, right? So I will display both. Displaying the maximum and minimum value in 2D. array. So first of all, I have to initialize now 4 variables. If you can recall, in the single dimensional array we initialized max and min, but since there are like it's a 2-dimensional array which has I and j, the two values for a cell, so I will declare now 4 variables: max I, max j, which will point to that particular cell in particular row and column, and min I, min j. So I will initialize all these variables to 0. So max I is equals to 0, max j is equals to 0, int min I is equals to 0, and min j is equals to 0. So why I declared them I and j? Because they correspond to the particular row and column value. Okay, let me just make these I variables as capitals so as to differentiate between them. Min I, min j. Now we will start with the for loop, same like before. So for I is equals to 0, I is less than array dot length I plus plus. For j, we will be searching row wise. J is less than array I dot length j plus plus. So if you can recall the code for searching the minimum and maximum in a 1-dimensional array, what we compared each element with what we have the max and min. So here what we have declared maximum value as 0 and minimum value as 0. Now every element of the array we will compare with this max I and max j value. If a particular value in a particular cell is greater than our max I, max j value, we will just put the position in max I and max j, and same thing for the minimum. At the end we will just display the higher value. So the code is the same except that it's a 2-dimensional array, so we have to take care of both I and j values. If array arr I j is greater than arr max I and max j, then what should we do? We should make it max I is equals to I and max j is equals to j. That means their positions will be replaced by that. Same thing we will do with the minimum also. If array I j is less than array of max I and max j, then what we will do? We will do the same thing. We will replace it min I, so not here max, it should be min here, min and min here. Okay, then min I is equals to I, min j is equals to j. Now at the end what we have to do? We have to display the maximum and minimum value. So we come out of these for loops. Then we display over here system.out.println the maximum, the maximum value of array is, we will display first of all the maximum value and then we will display the position plus arr max I and max j which is displayed at position. So which is found at position, max I and max j. So at position, we want to display the cell or the position also. So at position, I will use the same square brackets also, so as to reflect the value of I and j in the bracket, max I plus, and in this I will display, just I will give over here, this is, I'm just separating with comma, plus max j, and then I will close the square bracket. So this is just, I am beautifying the program. You can do it in your own way also. If you don't wish to do like this, you can display the message in your own way. Same thing I will do for the minimum also. I will just replace max and min with the max with min. So the minimum value of array is min I and min j, and found at min I and min j. So let's check whether our program, our code works correctly or not. Okay, a lot of errors. Yeah, here I forgot to put the semicolon, that's why. Still I have. Okay. So all of them are here. Okay, so I have error here, and it should be capital, and here it should be capital. These are the errors here. Still we have errors. Okay, yeah, int. I have forgot to declare the data types. So these are the things that you should take care of. So now the program is okay. Alright, so let's try it now. Okay, so let me enter the number of rows 2, columns 2. So let me enter as 5, 8, 50, 25. So the minimum is 5 and the maximum is 50. Minimum is at 0, 0, maximum it is 1, 0. Let's check. Minimum is at 0, 0 and maximum is at 1, 0. That means first row and 0th column, and maximum value is 50, at position this, and minimum value is 5 and at position this. Okay, so let's just give some more spaces over here. For example, here I can give a space so that and here also I can minimize the space, and here also while displaying the array it's a lot of space here. So this is how you can present it in a beautiful way, beautify your program by having various techniques. Okay, so let's just take 3 by 4. So let me enter 3 rows and 4 columns. 3 by 4, that means now I have to enter 12 elements. So 25, 1, 30, 80, 99, 100, 16, 18, 150, 22, 18, 21. So if you see, this is an array 25, 1, and if you see the minimum is at 0, 1, 0, 1 position, and maximum is 150 at position 2, 0. So this is how you can this is the result of the program, and if you want, you can put a space over here to beautify your program more. So thank you so much. This was the last program for this. Rest 2 of the programs you can try by your own, because write a program that returns the sum of the elements in a column of a 2D array. Now you can this is basically ragged array. This program and the last program you can try by your own. And if you have any concerns, please raise your concerns in the lab class tomorrow. Thank you so much.